Hey guys, Evan Holiday here. So I've gotten this question a lot, so I wanted to go ahead and answer it on today's video. What do I do for a living, and what does my day-to-day look like? Like, what do I do every day? So first off, I'll tell you what I do. I build and develop workforce and affordable housing communities. And really the big, hairy, audacious goal that we're trying to accomplish is really making a dent in the affordable housing crisis. So that's what I do. Now I'll dive into how I do that on a daily basis. So each day is 110% different. But what I can tell you is these are different activities that I do on a regular basis. So I'm talking to brokers, finding new sites to look at, and working on current ones that we have under contract. We are running pro formas, with our real estate team, making sure that the deals work. And then above and beyond that, once we have a site that we actually like, then we actually take it through to contract. We're negotiating contracts, but just making sure that process is smoothly run. And then also on top of that, we're connecting with city council members. I'm calling city council members, reaching out to them, having coffee with them, having meetings with them, making sure they are supportive of our projects and what we're doing, and making sure that we're doing something that community actually wants and wants to see happen. So we're having those conversations constantly. To give you an example, tomorrow I'm having a coffee with a council member, and then actually we're going directly from that coffee to a call with a council member. So always building and maintaining those relationships is really important. Next is capital. I have calls with tax credit equity investors, different capital partners, impact investors, basically everybody that's bringing capital into our deal. I'm building new relationships and maintaining and growing our existing relationships. On top of that, there's the lenders. I'm constantly calling and reaching out to new lenders, or they're reaching out to me. And just, again, building relationships so that when the deal comes, then we're ready to hit the ground running with the right lenders and the right equity partners. And then above and beyond that, guess what we're doing right now? We are creating content. This is a big thing that we're starting to do more of now. We're starting to allocate more of my schedule to actually creating content just like this, so we can add more value to you, and so we can find the tribe of people like yourself that are built around impact and really helping out in the development world to help make an impact in the affordable housing crisis. So that's honestly taking up more of our time. It's also speaking at speaking events. I'll do conferences, I'll do masterminds. Recently I've been doing a lot of virtual events with the pandemic, and just trying to get the word out about the great work that we're doing at Holiday Ventures. That's been a big piece, as well as just building relationships in general. I think that's a key aspect of my job. Is I'll take like any introductions I get from a good friend or a close advisor, or even just a business relationship, somebody that I trust. If they say, hey, you should meet with this person, 9 times out of 10, I usually meet with them, because you never know where the value is going to come from. So I'll grab coffee with them. I'll do a 30-minute Zoom call with them, or I'll do a 1-hour call or 15-minute call. Just based on the situation, based on what we're working on. I'm always looking for new relationships, new connections, and also helping other people connect. That's really important, because I can't stress that enough. Like, it's crazy the amount of deals I've gotten, the amount of investors I've gotten from referrals and just chance, happen to get referred to, and we grab coffee, and then all of a sudden, they're an investor or even a potential hire for Holiday Ventures. That's another thing I'm always doing, is I'm always looking out for new talent. We're working on hiring a lot of people this year, so I've spent a lot of time building out our accountability chart, like figuring out like high-level visioning. I set aside time to say, hey, what is Holiday Ventures going to look like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years out? What does that look like? I set aside time in my calendar to say, hey, let's actually vision that out. Also, basically managing each division of Holiday Ventures. We have meetings around the accounting, around HR, around making sure developments are moving forward. We have our weekly level 10 meeting where we meet as an entire team and we discuss our goals for the week. and how we can better work together and make sure also that we're hitting our quarterly rocks. Those are our big quarterly goals, and then our annual goals. We're talking about it on a weekly basis so that we never miss a goal, and we're always striving together as a team to make that happen. So those are big on my list. Like on a weekly basis, we have meetings centered all around that. And also a big part of the development process is we're working directly with community leaders and communities to make sure they're on board with the project. And so we're attending community meetings. The last couple months I've attended probably 5 or 6 community meetings. Right now they're all virtual, which is kind of convenient because I can do it from my desk. But pre-COVID and probably post-COVID, once we get on with COVID, then we'll probably be doing Thursday night community meetings or planning commission meetings or metro council meetings where we actually go in front of public leaders and ask for their approval on our project. That's a big part of our development process, and those are huge milestones that you really need to be there in person. And so myself or somebody from our team will be there. I'm also always meeting with my mentors. So tomorrow I have a lunch with one of my mentors, and we're just going to catch up, see how things are going. We talk about his business, we talk about my business, we talk about how we can work together, we give each other feedback. I think that's really important to always stay in touch with your mentors. And then right after that, I'm having a sit-down meeting with an investor that's already invested in our projects previously and then is interested in investing in more projects. And so, again, always building more relationships. For me, a big part of my job, my day-to-day is FaceTime with people like yourself, like my investors, like my architects and engineers, like the politicians and the city leaders, like the lenders that we work with. It's really just making sure we have good working relationships and we're always communicating what we want and making sure we know what others expect of us. And then ultimately it's being a leader for our team. And then finally creating content just like this. And one last thing is creating the Monumental Podcast. It's sitting down with rock star guests and making sure that we have a phenomenal episode and we really extract a lot of value from that guest and be able to share their story. And that's a lot of fun. And it allows me to, network and learn and connect with people all over the world from the comfort of my office. So we usually spend a few hours a week doing different interviews. And so each day is different. Usually Mondays are our meeting days. Tuesday, Wednesday is kind of more open-ended to in-person meetings. Thursdays are content days. And then Fridays I like to leave open for kind of the catch-all of whatever I didn't get done Monday through Thursday. And then honestly, the weekends I still work. I still always try to get some work in on the weekends, really trying to basically just catch up on anything I couldn't get done during the week, so I can start with a fresh start the following Monday. And I also I set my goals Sunday night for the entire week or Monday morning, and then each night, the night before or that morning, I will set my goals for that day. So I always try to have 3 to 5 goals per week, and I always try to have 3 to 5 goals per day. And so those are, of course, always going towards my quarterly goals, which are going towards my yearly goals. And so it sounds like a lot, but I think just starting off with what's most important to you and then working backwards helps you allocate your time. And if you're ever wanting to get into development like what we do, I think it's just finding mentors and learning from them and seeing how they're spending their time, asking us questions. Ask me more about how I spend my time, or anything I described today. If there's something that stands out to you and you're like, hey, Evan, I want to know more about what is that like, meeting with investors, or what is it like getting rezonings or public hearings and community meetings, approvals. What is that like? Ask me in the questions, put a comment below, let us know what you think. And guys, I hope this video adds a lot of value to you, and I hope you have a great day.